Y'all incels are such fucking pieces of shits.
Get your insults straight. If you want to call someone an incel, at least know what it means and use it accordingly now. Hey guys, I'm back with another TikTok reaction video, but instead of one video, I'll be reacting to 3 videos. 3, right? From the wise men and women on TikTok who identify as feminists. Now, I consider myself to be a feminist according to the standards set by Dave Chappelle in The Closer.
Now, I shouldn't speak on this because I am not a woman, nor am I a trans. But as we've established, I am a feminist.
But I think modern day feminism is just confusing and simply a ridiculous movement that believes that men are the root cause of all the problem in society. According to these people, men are just terrible, disgusting, something to be discarded, and just if you can just kill all the men in the world, especially white men. White men are having it worse this year or this period. I'm telling you, it's really brutal for them. So I'll be reacting to some of the arguments, and hopefully these guys will end up convincing me. And I'm very open-minded and I really, really, really would love to learn. But before we get into this video, please like and share this video. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subs, guys. Please, we can do this. That's the barest minimum. So please subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell.
Let's get ready to rumble! Men protect women.
From what? From what? Tigers, lions, wild animals, dinosaurs, from what? Y'all have this stupid fucking conception that men protect women. Men whose job is to protect could not protect children a couple days ago. Regardless, let's get back to the question, from what? Other men? So you agree men are dangerous? Like, at least some of them are dangerous, right? Because I can already fucking hear some idiots screeching, not all men. But how are we supposed to know exactly which fucking men? How do you assess without putting yourself in danger which men are fucking dangerous? Because for all we know, there are so many men out there who are playing nice to get what they want, but when they can't, they're abusive pieces of fucking shits. So we are going to play around the idea that men protect women because you have some fucking ego trip or some shit. But we're going to dismiss the fact that men are the ones who are harming women. How about instead of preaching men protect women, we teach fucking men not to harm women and children? But no, that doesn't work, right? Because you want women and children to be fucking vulnerable so that you can step in and lure them into your fucking safety. Instead of dismantling the fucking social norms and patriarchal constructs that are causing harm to these people, you want to tell women that men are not dangerous while you know full well men are fucking dangerous. Y'all incels are such fucking pieces of shits.
Okay, first of all, get your insults straight. If you want to call someone an incel, at least know what it means and use it accordingly now. Incels are involuntary celibates, for Christ's sake. These are men that can't get girls, so they are alone, sexually unattractive and sex deprived. But look at yourself and look at the guy you are calling an incel. I mean, that guy is more attractive and more visually appealing than you are. I'm pretty sure getting laid is not a problem for him at all. Now, about your argument, what makes you think saying men shouldn't harm women is more helpful than saying men should protect women? Why can't both be said? And if you are wise enough, if you are wise enough, and you spend more time, developing your mental capacity than painting your nails, you will realize that most abusive men know that what they are doing is wrong. That's why they don't abuse women in public. Men are not going around smacking women in public. To use your words, they lure women into their safety and then abuse them. Why? Because everything in society tells men that they are not allowed to abuse women.
How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching. Oh, fuck! Ah! Now I get it. Upset daisy, sweetheart. Here we go. There you go. Oh.
But telling men to protect women comes from an understanding that telling men not to harm women is not enough to solve this problem. See, sick, demented, and manipulative men will continue to exist until the end of time. And good men have to protect women from these men. That has always been the role of good men in society. You see, as a man, it is my job to protect my mom, my sister, my spouse, my female friends, and my female colleagues. You see, one of the problems we face in society today, one of the major problems we face in society today is that good men, they just stay idle and do nothing to protect women. You see men who see things terrible happening to women and they say nothing. They do nothing. No action is done. They just allow it to happen. They allow it. They permit it. If there's any abusive thing happening to women right now, it's because there are certain men who are aware of these things and they just do nothing about it. It's none of their business. And that is how you end up with Harvey Weinstein. I mean, in what world will women be safe without men protecting them? Where has it ever happened? Probably in your imagination where the patriarchy doesn't exist, right? But guess what? This is the real world and things don't work like that over here, right? It doesn't. I guess we are off to a rough start. You know, these people are already annoying me. I thought they were supposed to convince me. I wanted to be convinced, but they're already annoying me. I hope this next TikTok video we are going to look. Maybe it's because I'm looking at, the men. Maybe it's the men. I started with a man. I should have started with a woman. So let's look at this this TikTok feminist video from a woman, an actual woman this time.
Did you know that Spartan women would shave their hair to look more like men for their husbands? Homosexuality was as common in Sparta as it was elsewhere in ancient Greece. And it was very well accepted that in the months away in battle that the boys would band together to boost morale. And so, many scholars have theorized that the reason that Spartan women cropped their hair short was to make sexual relations more comfortable and familiar to their husbands when they returned home. See, women were equally, if not more highly regarded than men within Sparta. Unlike girls in other city-states who finished their education as young as 13, in Sparta, women were expected to continue their education until 20, the same as their male peers. It was only after that proposals could be considered and she became the master of the household above her husband. With the men constantly away in battle, it made perfect sense to have the women in charge. Spartan women were in charge of the finances, the agriculture, the operation of the home, and importantly, had the final say in any decision regarding these properties.
Okay, wait first. No, you are rushing. Wait. So you said the women were superior to their husbands. But don't you realize that in Sparta, gender roles existed? Like there were things that men are supposed to do, and there are things that women are supposed to do. And that is one thing that feminists today hate so much. They hate it with passion. I bet you if you take a modern day feminist and put her in prehistoric Sparta, she will still complain about how the system is structured against women. You know, the major enterprise during that period in history was warfare, right? And great warriors were like the CEOs of companies we have today. So what makes you think that modern day feminists who are hungry for power and status won't covet the status and power of male warriors in Sparta? What makes you think that won't be the case? Also, you said women shave the hair on their head to look attractive to their husband, right? That's anathema for modern day feminists, though. These same women that find it empowering to torture men with the sight of their disgusting armpit hair. Those women will not agree. Oh. Well, let's keep watching.
That, just like the men keeping each other company on the battlefield, relationships between women were very common. And no, they were not just good friends. Women were not only equals in education and intellectual discussion, but also regarded with the same amount of respect. Spartan men who died in battle and Spartan women who died in labor were honored and remembered with the same mark of respect, with their names inscribed on headstones near the city, as it was considered that they had died as heroes. Considering the sexual progressiveness of the Spartans, it's then quite ironic to consider that they met their downfall against the sacred band of Thebes, an army made of 300 gay men. Besties, we are fighting the same battle here. And
you see, here's another thing. This history you are talking about, this history you are discussing in this video, destroys the whole argument of third wave feminists. According to these women or these people, whosoever ascribe to that ideology, according to these people, throughout history, white European men have dominated women through the patriarchy, right? And here you are with an example of where that wasn't the case. And do you know why? It's because it was never the case. You see, men and women have cooperated in various ways throughout history, irrespective of culture. Everyone had roles and they played their role accordingly. Also, what I think is really ridiculous is your interpretation of history. Do you think in ancient Greece there was anything like the LGBTQIA plus community? You see, people back then were loyal to their family, their faith, and their country, not to those in the same oppressed minority group created by this modern, ridiculous woke ideology. You think ancient Greece had time for stupid rainbow flags and pride parades?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Boy, these people are not convincing me. You guys are not too. Come on, TikTok feminists, make me a believer. I want to believe. Okay, I really hope this last video, we are going to look at one more, right? I promised 3. And I hope this last video is going to do it. And from the look of the lady here, I think she looks convincing. So let's see.
Women aren't happy. We're seeing women who are amazing in their careers, but they're single in their 30s. It's not.
Well, no, every study done on the topic has found that unmarried, childless women are significantly happier and live longer than women who are married with children. I understand having a job is stressful and careerism is not necessarily liberation for anyone. But what you're advocating here is giving your full material security over to a man. And women who are like young and beautiful like this think this is a good idea because they think they'll be young and beautiful forever. What happens when you turn 30, 35 and he doesn't want to fuck you anymore, he doesn't find you attractive, and now you've spent 10, 15, 20 years with no career progression, no education. Good luck convincing a judge in family court that you're a fit mother. They don't like that. It's not a good idea.
Oh boy. First of all, it's funny that you mention statistics in this regard. Like, how do statistics measure happiness? Like, if we are to carry a study now to discover which women that are happy, what question are we going to ask them? How do we define happiness? You know what is happiness for one woman is not the same for another woman. And when a woman say women are more happy when they are married than when they are single, to them, what they mean by happiness may not be the same thing. So how do these studies come to the conclusion that I read those studies, by the way, I read them, and it is inconclusive in my opinion. You know, of course, being single can be liberating. You know, it keeps you free from responsibility and accountability. You know, that is what the life of a single person is. You know, nobody is pestering you. You have nobody to be accountable for. Nothing. But is that life satisfying and fulfilling? That is the question. Will a single woman in her 50s without kids or husband be happier than a married woman in her 50s with successful kids and a husband that didn't leave? You see, you are conflicting easy with happy. But at the end of the day, your singlehood accounts for nothing and your midlife crisis is going to be brutal, my friend.
That Carol is one smart cookie.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Second, the thing you talk about later in the video, I don't know what it is you're talking about women divorcing and all whatnot. All those things you're talking about, having a career and all whatnot. I don't think that's the point the other lady was trying to make. That 2-second clip that you added, that you stitched to this video, said nothing about having skills, education, or a career. That's what you are saying. That's the argument you are making. That is not what she is making. But the general point is this: having a family is more fulfilling for most women than having a career. Yes, some marriages fail, 50% in Western society, but a successful wife with a loving husband and incredible children is better, way better than a successful single woman with 9 cats and a house that reek of cat urine. That is disgusting and a terrible life. And that's why women should aspire more towards having a successful family and put more effort into it than they do towards climbing up the corporate ladder. It is all about priorities, sister. It is all about priorities. And women should prioritize having successful family over having successful careers. And I'm not saying you can't have both or you shouldn't have both, but one should take preeminence over the other. Family over fame. It is that simple. And there you have it, guys. 3 videos later and I have learned nothing, absolutely nothing. And that is why I say TikTok is a complete waste of time. But I do it for you. I do it for you guys. So please hit that like button, share this video, and ring that notification bell. As always, let me know in the comment section what you think about this TikTok feminist. You know I read the comments, right? And I'm looking forward to reading yours.